So yes, I am aware that almost exclusively I make tennis videos on this channel, but I started to think about different periods of times, different eras of human history. And if I would have to describe the current era, the current, I don't know, the past 20, 30, 40 years, whatever, I think this period of time in human history is boring as fuck. Like, nothing really happened. Think about who is the most famous person currently living and compare them to the most famous person overall in human history. Or what is the most important discovery that happened? What is the biggest change that happened? I guess when it comes to change, you can say internet, you can say mobile phones. That's an important thing. Um, and a lot of you would say like COVID. A lot of you would say like, I don't know, war in Ukraine, the situation in Israel or whatever. But that's not that big. If you compare this period of time from, let's say, I don't know, 1970, 1980, whatever, to 1870, from 1870 to 1970, it's absolutely mind-blowing how big of a difference it is. Like, if you look at the average human life in 1870 and compare it to, let's say, an average human life in 1970, it's totally different. Like, there have been 2 world wars in the middle. Some of the most notoriously evil people that ever walked on planet Earth lived in that period of time. The changes, the discoveries. I'm talking about, I don't know, television, phones, electricity, cars, planes, tanks. What, like, it's totally different. The way people fought in wars in 1870 is absolutely mind-blowingly different than how it happened in 1970. Um, stuff like sports. Like, we didn't have, I guess you had like primitive football and a couple of primitive sports in 1870, but most of the football clubs are actually established after 1870. Sports like baseball, football, soccer, basketball, everything was discovered after it, or, started being played in normal fashion after it. We had the moon landing, if that happened. We had so many things, medicine, that was discovered in that 100-year period of time. You had, like I said, some of the most notoriously evil people living, like Hitler. But you also had, like, I don't know, Einstein, Picasso. Like, it's just mind-blowing how that period of time, you had so many things going on in human history. And if you would compare that to, let's say, 1980 to 2023, what really changed? I mean, besides internet and mobile phones, I think that this is pretty much it. We still use refrigerators. We still use electricity that was discovered in that period of time. We still watch sports and play sports. We still watch movies. We still watch TV series. What really happened in this period of time? Who is the most famous person in this period of time? Like, I don't know, maybe Ronaldo, Messi, Barack Obama. And you're like, really? Donald Trump, maybe? Like, it's just, it's like it's almost mind-blowing. And I don't know if this is good or bad, because after a slow period in human history, usually something big happens. For example, I think the medieval part of human history is really boring as fuck. Like, for example, what the hell happened in the 13th century? Absolutely nothing. And then, like, sort of mid-15th century, a lot of things started happening. Like, the writing machine, guns, powder from Asia, the discovery of America, going around Africa, going to India, like, a bunch of things happened. So I don't know if this is positive or negative. Maybe something big is going to happen. Like, I don't know, maybe aliens are coming, maybe World War III is coming, something like that. But I just wanted to make this video because I think that this period of time is really boring as fuck. And maybe I started making this video because I am personally bored as fuck and I don't know what to do. But yeah, it's just, I mean, let me know in the comment section, what do you think? Is this period of human history really just nothing? If you would have to write a history book from, like, I don't know, 1980 to 2023, would it be nearly as interesting as, let's say, from 1900 to 1945? It's just not even fucking close. I mean, it's the same period of time, but that period is just absolutely crazy. So yeah, that's pretty much it for this video.